Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metropolis Radio. Today we have to discuss yet again day and date releases. With this article here, published at the end of September, WarnerMedia head regrets rushing HBO Max movie release deal. WarnerMedia CEO Jason Kilar reveals that he believes he rushed the implementation of HBO Max's day and date simultaneous release plan. WarnerMedia CEO Jason Kilar has admitted that he believes he rushed the implementation of HBO Max's day-and-date simultaneous release plan. The studio adjusted its schedule in order to release films through uncertainty brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. They announced they would be using this strategy for their entire 2021 film slate, as well as their upcoming releases throughout 2022. WarnerMedia implemented their HBO Max day-and-date plan in December 2020 due to following months of inactivity due to theater closures amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, using the strategy to release Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 1984 on the service alongside its theatrical release. Following its success with the service reaching 41 million users after its release, Warner Bros. Has since released many blockbusters such as Godzilla vs. Kong, Mortal Kombat, and The Suicide Squad through the strategy, with Dune and The Matrix Resurrections set to debut as day-and-date releases as well. Despite bringing in subscribers for HBO Max and allowing Warner Bros. To maintain ongoing releases. The strategy has become a hot topic among those in the industry, with WarnerMedia's CEO now chiming in. According to The Hollywood Reporter, WarnerMedia's current CEO, Kilar, spoke to Vox Media's Code Conference about the overall state of the strategy. Kilar admitted that the studio may have rushed things in order to set up the strategy, hoping to avoid leaks and various individuals debating whether the strategy was right. He expressed that looking back, he wishes they would have communicated more with those whose movies were set to be a part of the deal. Despite this, Kilar feels that the strategy works, saying the company is in a good position because of it. And here's what Jason Kilar said, quote, "I will be the first one to say, and the responsibility rests on my shoulders, that in hindsight, we should have taken the better part of a month to have over 170 conversations, which is the number of participants that are in our 2021 film slate. We tried to do that in a compressed period of time, less than a week. Because, of course, there was going to be leaks, there was going to be everyone opining on whether we should do it or not. We said from the start that we were going to treat every single film as a blockbuster from an economic perspective for participants, that we were going to be fair and generous. We were going to do the right thing. The good news is we did, and we worked our tails off to do it, and we're in a very good situation." End quote. WarnerMedia's strategy has already met criticism from many filmmakers, including Jenkins, who feels it harmed the film's performance and left her heartbroken. Jenkins joins filmmakers such as Denis Villeneuve and Christopher Nolan in critiquing the release strategy. Well, funny, because Denis Villeneuve changed his mind on day-and-date releases, and I did a huge 1-hour video chronicling that. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll card it right here. If you're watching this on BitChute or Odyssey, I'll link it in the description down below. With each filmmaker feeling that the strategy would be unable to truly capture the spirit of their work and ultimately diminish the film-going experience. Warner Bros. also had to compensate those unhappy with the shift in strategy, paying millions to placate those affected. Yes, I believe Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot both received $10 million each for Wonder Woman 84. Day and date, as well as strategies such as Disney Plus's Premier Access, are set to change the industry for the foreseeable future, with both WarnerMedia and the Walt Disney Company adjusting their theatrical releases to exclusive 45 debut theatrical windows before releases can debut on their services, despite filmmakers' complaints. Studios will also look to streaming numbers to judge a film's success, with Dune's HBO Max performance being a factor in whether the sequel is greenlit, according to insiders. Despite this, it has been proven through the box office performances of films like Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings that theaters will still have a place in the future. Okay, so WarnerMedia head regrets rushing HBO Max movie deal. How do I feel about this? I believe day-and-date releases were completely inevitable. And my mind goes back to the early 2000s when Comcast at the time first debuted its on-demand service. It was basically a streaming service before streaming services existed. And it was really, really shitty. It wasn't always that responsive, but the idea behind it was great, where it's like, oh, I can watch, X show, whatever show I want to watch because I missed it this day. I just have to sit through some bullshit advertising, but hey, there you go. And I remember back in 2005, 2006, somewhere around there. Whoever was the head of Comcast at the time, I remember him coming out saying something to the effect of, at some point this service is going to be so good and so stable that we're going to be able to release theatrical movies day and date. And then the theater owners caught wind of this and threatened to boycott any studio that went with that strategy, so nobody did it at the time. But now you're seeing it, it's like, so you had Comcast threaten it. I know DirecTV has a movie service now, whatever the hell they call it. And I think Dish has implemented one as well within the last few years. So if you ask me, it's okay to express regret, in hindsight, but personally, I feel that this was always inevitable. And guys, that's all I've got for you right now. If you stuck around this long, thanks so much for doing so. And if you've been following me long enough, I'm terrible at ending these videos, so I will just see you guys next time.